Honorable members, yesterday I undertook to revert to the House on a number of points of orders that were raised while taking questions to the President. The unacceptable conduct of certain members during proceedings eventually saw this House descend into chaos where there was no recognition of authority or the rules that govern order in meetings and debate. Honorable Speaker, earlier on when she opened the House, she did elaborate on some of the issues of what happened yesterday. After having consulted the revised Hansard, maybe before going there, I just want to remind honorable members that indeed, at all times, we must be mindful that our conduct in this House, and because of our parliamentary channel and also our openness, members of the community, your families, all our families, children and relatives, do observe some of the things that are said here, some of them which impugn on members' character. And I just want at all times for us to appreciate that at times these things hurt families and those that we love and also our constituencies. So at all times, when we do the things that we do, let's keep that in our mind. After having consulted the unrevised Hansard and reviewing the video footage of the events that unfolded, I will now turn to the individual points of order. The words used by the Honorable J.H. Steenhuisen after Honorable M.Q. Ndlozi and Honorable Juilus Malema interrupted him while he was on the floor, where I quote, "Can the VBS bank looters please give me a chance?" Close quote. The presiding officer will always take into account context and intent when ruling on remarks made during the course of debate. It is always unparliamentary to insinuate that another member is acting dishonorably, whether directly or by implication. In terms of Rule 85, no member may impugn improper motive or cast personal reflection on the integrity of their fellow members without a separate substantive motion comprising a clearly formulated and properly substantiated charge. In this instance, the words used were specifically aimed at Honorable Ndlozi and Honorable Malema, who were at varying times standing to either interject while the honorable member was speaking or attempting to take points of order. And this is evidenced by his appeal that the, I quote, VPS bank looters should give him a chance to speak. Honorable members, of great concern here were that the rules in respect of point of order, specifically Rule 92 as well as Rule 67, in respect of the precedence of the presiding officer were completely flouted. While I was trying to hear what Honorable Steenhuisen was rising upon, members, most especially whips, have an important duty not only to ensure the discipline of their own members, but also to assist the presiding officer in being vigilant in protecting the dignity and the decorum of the House. Honorable Steenhuisen, in the context of the proceedings of yesterday, your remark was in direct reference to Honorable Ndlozi and Honorable Malema, who were interjecting while you were addressing me. The remark is derogatory and impugns the member's integrity and dignity. The remarks are also not substantiated as required by the rules. I must therefore ask you, Honorable Steenhuisen, to withdraw the words, I quote, VBS bank looters, used in reference to Honorable Ndlozi and Honorable Malema. Honorable Steenhuisen, can you please withdraw?
Madam House Chair, thank you for the ruling. It's wrong in terms of legal precedent, parliamentary precedent, and the previous ruling made by Honourable Frolick. I will not withdraw.
Honourable Member Steenhuisen, there is difference in the matter that was ruled by Honourable Frolick earlier on. The circumstances are totally different. In yesterday's debate, you made a clear reference to two members who were interjecting and disturbing you. You never made reference to a party, and therefore the context in that regard, my ruling stands. I would ask you again to withdraw.
I will not withdraw.
I would therefore appreciate if you can leave the House. Thank you very much, Honourable Member. Order, Honourable Members. Honourable Malema, order, Honourable Members. The ruling is not complete. Can I proceed? Honourable Malema, you then proceeded to direct the following remarks at Honourable Steenhuisen, and I quote, "No, you are not going to call me a VBS looter, you racist young white man." You then proceeded to say a racist young man who was accused of rape. It is never allowed to call another member racist, no matter the context. You went further and accused the member of a crime as heinous as rape without any substantiation. Our rules on unparliamentary order, honourable members, our rules on unparliamentary, on unacceptable language, Rule 84, as well as Rule 85, on reflections upon members without a substantive motion and clearly formulated charge, are clear on both these matters. It is the duty of all members to use your privilege of freedom of speech for the greater good of the people we serve. This privilege should never be used to undertake a character assassination of a fellow honourable member. Honourable Malema, your remarks were derogatory, verbally abusive, and unsubstantiated. The House then descended into further chaos, with members of Democratic Alliance and Economic Freedom Front respectively chanting, "Pay back the money," and "racist" across the benches. At this point, the House was in a state of high tension, and I was of the opinion that it would be prudent to first allow the President to respond to questions and return to the points of order. Rule 92, subsection 4, and Rule 92, subsection 5 are illustrative here, as they allow the presiding officer a discretion to hear other members on a point of order that has been raised and state that the presiding officer may defer the decision on a point of order. Honourable Malema, I will now request that you withdraw the remarks in reference to Honourable Steenhuisen. Honourable Malema.
He's a racist young boy.
Honourable Malema, can you please withdraw your statement? Honourable Malema, can you please leave the House?
Sitting amongst many of rapists.
Honourable Malema, can you please leave the House if you are not prepared to withdraw? Can you please leave the House? Order, honourable members. Honourable members, a point of order was then taken by Honourable M.A. Tlowama when he said, I quote, "Order. I think we cannot allow in this House for someone to say that whites can't speak in this House. We cannot," close quote. Honourable Tlowama, order, honourable member, Honourable Kadi, Honourable Kadi, Honourable Kadi, Honourable Kadi, can you leave the House? Honourable Mente, can you please have the Sergeant at Arms to take out the members of the EFF? Order. Honourable Hlangiwe, can you please leave the House? Order, honourable member. Honourable members, what has just happened now shows exactly the disregard of our rules. I will therefore refer the three members to the disciplinary committee of the rules. Honourable members, I think, as indicated earlier, that we cannot proceed in this manner in this House, where members impugn on the character of others. Honorable Hlowama proceeded to verbally engage members, and from the video footage, it appears that an object was thrown towards Honorable Hlowama from the benches and the direction of the EFF. Order. An expletive, specifically an F word, was then uttered by Honorable Hlowama. Honorable Paulson then proceeded to jump over the benches and throw himself at Honorable Hlowama, where after a violent fight broke out. Subsequently, both members were removed from the House. Order. In terms of Rule 69, these constitute grossly disorderly conduct. The reckless conduct of certain members of the House yesterday was both unparliamentary and undemocratic. I believe that referral to the disciplinary committee of this incident and specifically the conduct of Honorable Hlowama and Paulson, as well as other members that can be identified in the video footage as being part of the ensuing scuffle, will best serve in addressing the conduct that erupted yesterday. In this regard, I have requested the Speaker to refer the conduct of Honorable Hlowama, Paulson, and other members who were part of the scuffle to the disciplinary committee. It will be for the disciplinary committee to consider the merits of each case and to identify any other members who actively participated in the scuffle. Honorable members, I do hope once again that no matter the emotional debate that ensues in the House, no matter our divergent views politically, it is still important to respect one another and conduct ourselves in a manner that presents us as honorable members in this House. It is also important that in doing whatever we do in this House, we remember to uphold the values of our Constitution. I thank you, and the House is adjourned.
Point of order, sir.
Order. Honorable Honorable member, what is your point of order?
Mr. Clarity, Chair, you say all members were involved in the scuffle. Some of the members came very close to those people who were directly involved in the scuffle to try to stop the fight. Do you include them as well?
Order. Order, honorable members, this is a point of clarity. Indeed, the disciplinary committee will receive the footage as well as the audio. They will be able to identify who were members who were involved in the scuffle yesterday. Honorable
Yes.
Mulder, what is the point of order?
Honorable Chairperson, if I understand, and I think
Order, honorable members, can you please take your seats?
I think we should have absolute clarity, and it's a point of clarity, please. You've ruled now that the incident should be referred to the disciplinary committee, and we understand that. But earlier in your ruling, you referred to, after Mr. Steenhuisen and Mr. Malema, you referred to that and you said the 3 people will be referred to the disciplinary committee. I'm not sure which 3 people you are referring to, or is that a mistake? 2 people or 3 people?
Order, honorable member. I was referring to Honorable Gadi, who started engaging and disturbing the House. I was referring to Honorable Robertson, with whom they were engaging. I was referring to Honorable Kalipi.
Chairperson, with all due respect,
Yes.
in your ruling you didn't refer to any of those names. You did not refer to those names. So are you saying that those 3 people you've now mentioned, are they referred to the disciplinary committee?
Honorable members, the conduct of the members as they are going out and in the way in which they behaved in this House as they were leaving the room, it is those that I was saying I will advise that they be sent to the disciplinary committee. Thank you very much, honorable members. The House is adjourned.